Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this particular live stream. This is PPA from Purpose to Profit Alliance, and I'm Coach Mwendwa, your host today. And today is a special day because we are having a guest speaker. We are having JP over here, John Paul, amazing person, an agriculture advocate. And today we are on oil palm farming, a sustainable pathway in wealth in Africa. So please power tap, like the live stream from African. You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Keep on liking as we get people in the platform because today we are learning how to farm palm oil. All right. Thank you. Brand, you're welcome. Keep on liking, keep on sharing also at the live stream to as many people as we can so that you're able to get started from African Kitchen. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Hi, you're not live right now. Huh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Keep on liking, keep on commenting, and keep on sharing. Farm Africa. Hi, I think this is a good day to invite you in this particular platform to share about your kitchen, right? Yeah, JP, you're already here. You're welcome. We're waiting for people to join the live stream before we get started. So make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing at this live stream. Yeah, today is a good day. At least today I did not suffer. When I always go live with my laptop, then problem always follow. But I'm so excited right now that I'm able to do this. Kag, a long time. How have you been? You're welcome. Remember, guys, this is PPA from Purpose to Profit Alliance. Our coaches coming together in order to impact other people's lives, to help them skill their gifts, skill even something which is not their gifts, because we learn skills, we learn new skills every day. So keep on liking and keep on sharing. We are gonna start in a short while. Let me see, where is Mwendo Adasa, because Mwendo Adasa is supposed to be there in the platform. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. We always start after we get to like 5k likes. At least the number will have gone up at that time. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming, Gracie. I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, Gracie. I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, Gracie. I see you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone. Today I'm going just to bring people up in the platform. Thank you so much, Pan African. Thank you for your love and support. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Keep on liking, keep on sharing, keep on commenting. We need the number to go up in the viewer. Oh my goodness, thank you. Where are my claps now? Where are my effects? Today I'm hoping to have all my effects intact. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Lover girl, I see you. Thank you so much. I can see only 6 people in the viewers eye. 6 people, but in the ones who are hiding up there are 9 of them, but you're welcome. Feel free to join. So guys, you need to do guest requests so that I bring people up. Sometimes it's challenging bringing people up using the laptop. So thank you so much. Yeah, welcome guys, welcome. I appreciate each one of you. Keep on liking, keep on commenting, keep on sharing before we get started. When you come up, ensure that your mic is Beru African Craft. Beryl, I've not seen you before. You're welcome in this platform. You're welcome. You're welcome. Keep on liking, keep on commenting, keep on sharing. You can still do the guest request. We are 3K. We are doing amazing, amazing, amazing. Keep on liking, keep on commenting, keep on sharing the live stream. Thank you. Okay, let me see. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We're gonna start anytime from now. I need to share the live stream as well. I had not shared the live stream. Let me share the live stream. You can also share in your stories, okay? You can also share in your stories. You feel free to repost as well. JP, what happened? JP. Welcome in everybody. Oh, Ben Felix, I see you. Welcome in Shoshua Jez, I see you. Greetings to everyone. Thank you for coming. We appreciate each one of you. We are going to start anytime from now. You're just trying to share the live stream to everyone, all right? You're trying to share the live stream to everybody. So you're all welcome. You're all welcome. Bear with me just a minute. Bear with me. I'll be right there. What happened to? All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, with time, often our voices.
au ngoa hii kitu enda nayo
Please mute your
hata ndio
mic.
namwambia tutalipa kanyaga hii.
Sometimes you're unable to mute your mic because of where you're located, but network problems. All right. We can hear you. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Often voices, when you get a chance, you bring me up. You bring me up. But now we need to get started. I've not shared. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the delay. Today I was not even. I didn't think I'll delay because today the technology was not too bad for me. So but I realized when I saw everything is well, I relaxed. I was not supposed to relax. So I became relaxed, and that's why yeah, have a little bit of delay, but uh, okay. Okay. All right, welcome JP Fun Agri, John, Paul. We appreciate you for coming. If you're able to open your camera, then you get started. JP, thank you guys. Keep on liking, keep on commenting, keep on sharing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining this particular live stream as we wait for JP to open the camera. I am Coach Mwendwa Adasa, your host, and we are in PPA. PPA is from Purpose to Profit. It's a combination of different coaches all over the world, and we are here to help people develop skills to better themselves. So I would like to thank you so much, JP. Thank you for opening your camera. It's a pleasure to have you join us today. And today we are honored to welcome Mr. John Paul in this particular platform. Is Managing Director of JP Fund Agri Integrated and Equipment Limited, that is in Nigeria. They're dedicating to advanced agriculture through oil palm farming, crop production, livestock. I hope I didn't miss anything. Agriculture, equipment, agri business development. So they're very passionate about creating sustainable wealth and promoting food security and empowering individual through agriculture. So he's an advocate for agriculture. And today we are discussing about oil palm farming, the pathway to wealth creation in Africa. So make sure you pay attention and listen. If you have some questions, feel free to ask, but make sure you write them down so that you are able to give you opportunities at that particular time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. The ones who are joining, feel welcome. Sometimes it's challenging when we begin to welcome people, but feel at home. The 52 people in the FYP, you can feel free also to join us over here. So John Paul, thank you for accepting this invitation, and we are honored to have you here. So welcome and welcome. I know you told the story in the other platform. I'm trying to get my claps go. Just a minute. They were all fine. What is happening? Everything was okay. All right. Thank you so much. You are welcome. So we welcome you. Feel free to tell us your story. In the other platform, you're able to tell in my platform your story, but we don't mind when you hear your story again, so that we start with the question. In fact, the first question is all about it's all about I hope you can hear me. It's all about how
Yeah, Coach, I can hear you. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. My first question is about what inspired you to venture in all palm farming. In the other platform, we discussed how you got into agriculture, but today we are discussing and what inspired you to venture into oil palm farming, and why do you believe it's a great opportunity in Africa? So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me. Well, let me reintroduce myself again before I can start. I'm John Paul Nwachukwu, and I'm the MD of JP Fund Agri Integrated and Equipment Limited. We are based in Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria, and we are an agricultural-based investment or organization, we tend to combine our knowledge in agriculture for food security, to improve lives, and to also create job opportunity for people who are willing to work under agriculture. So, your question says what inspired me to venture into oil palm farming. Well, last week is it last week or the
Yes.
last time I was on your platform? Yeah, we talked about purpose in agriculture, right? Agriculture has been something that has been part of me right from when I was giving birth. Even though at some point in life I begin to deviate from agriculture. But one thing about passion, one thing about destiny is that no matter how you try to run from it, you're still going to come back to it at a point in time. So my passion for agriculture and my desire to create a lasting wealth inspired me to farming. I realized that oil palm is not just a crop, right? It is a long time asset. Africa has the right climate. We have the best climate all over the world, Africa. Okay. Millions of hectares of stable land are in Africa. Okay, and a growing demand of this oil palm is also in Africa. So, but the thing is, unfortunately, many African countries still import this oil palm to their country despite having the capacity to produce it locally. So the gap represents a huge business opportunity. Now, last week when I was on your platform, I was talking about opportunities that comes in agriculture. So I identify oil palm as one of the opportunity because there is a global demand of this oil products by people. So because you can see that Africa are still importing this red oil. Meanwhile, we have the capacity to produce this red oil to the market demand, but because many people have not seen the opportunity in oil palm plantation, they don't want to go into it because of the problem that oil palm plantation has to some people, not to many persons. People believe that it takes time, they need quicker money. So, but if you can be patient enough to wait until when it starts fruiting, it becomes a wealth creation. So oil palm offers many opportunity. Okay, it's something that you can do and you enjoy it for a very long time. So that is what inspired me to go into oil palm production. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Was it the first when you read about livestock as a plant? Which is the first thing you started with? I know it's a family thing, but you personally, what type of uh, agriculture did you start with? The first crop you grew. Is it in livestock or is it in
Uh,
crop? Yeah.
yeah, it was in livestock farming.
You started with livestock. So you need to tell us about that
Yeah.
in the next coming sessions. Thank you so much. My next question is why is oil palm considered one of the most profitable long-term agricultural investments?
Well, um, oil palm starts generating income a few years after planting. That is, it could take 2.5 to 3 years before it starts producing. But once it matures, it can produce for 25 to 30 years with proper management. Once you have a proper management, this oil palm can give you income for at least 25 to 30 years. Okay. So unlike annual crop that require a planting every season, oil palm keep producing after years. You don't need to replant it, you don't need to plant it again. Once you've planted it with good management, you're good to go. So there is also a constant demand because oil palm is used in food. It is also used in cosmetics, it is also used in pharmaceutical. It's used in food soap making and even biofuel. People use byproduct from palm tree to generate fuel. All right, so it is truly an investment that pays over long time. So you can see that this is something that gives money. Once you planted it with good management, you're not going to replant it again until after 25 to 30 years when you see that the production has actually started dropping. So you see that it's something that if you do, just like building a house, once you build a house, you build a house, you're not going to rebuild that house. You can actually renovate, you can actually maintain the house. So it's same thing applicable to oil palm. Once you planted it, it will stay until 25 to 30 years. It will be giving you income until this period. So that is why it is considered a long-time agricultural investment.
Thank you so much. So when you plant once, that's it. It's all about maintenance, and it does not go to the oil industry only. It goes to different areas as well. Thank you so much. Guys, if you know you have a question, feel free to write it down so that as we continue with the questions, we are able to answer. Welcome everybody, the ones who have just joined. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. We are talking about oil palm farming, which is a sustainable pathway to wealth in Africa. And we have JP over here sharing his experiences in palm oil plantation. So my next question for you, for someone who wants to start today, what land size and what capital would they recommend for a beginner?
Well, I always advise beginners to start with what they can comfortably manage. It's not about you have a vast area of land. Because you have a vast area of land, you want to cultivate, you want to plant on the whole acres or hectares of land. 1 hectare is enough to learn the business properly. If your budget is limited, even half hectare is a good start point, because some people start with even 1 acre, which is 8 plot of land. That 1 acre can give you 64 stand of a palm tree, right? So you should focus on quality seedling, preparing your land well and maintaining the plantation properly. It is better to manage 1 hectare successful than to neglect 10 hectares. So it doesn't really matter if you're starting with 1 hectare. It doesn't really matter if you're starting with 1 hectare or 2 hectares, as the case may be. But what matters most is, can you manage this thing comfortably? Because remember, you're going to buy fertilizer, and remember, you're going to do the weeding, farm management, and the rest of them. And this particular portion of land is not going to give you money until after 2.5 to 3 years. So if you know you cannot manage more than 1 hectare for a start, you should start with 1 hectare. So you don't start because you want to make enough money. You should start because this is what I can actually manage comfortably without panic. So that is it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that wisdom, wise words that you are able to share with us. You better start small. Guys, you better start small. There's no need of starting very big and you cannot be able to get there. So if you're able to start small, good for you. If you're able to use the best seedling as well, good for you. So thank you so much for sharing that. The next question for you: how long does it take for an oil plant tree to begin producing income? I know you mentioned when you introduced, but we need to hear it again. And what should farmers expect during that period, that waiting period? So take us through how you get started. You have the seedlings already until when you start harvesting. Yeah.
All right. For oil palm, for someone who is coming into the business, who don't want to do the nursery on his or her own, it takes usually, if you have improved oil variety, it takes between 2.5 to 3 years for it to start fruiting after transplant. But generally, it takes 4 years, because if you are counting from the nursery stage, the nursery takes 12 months, right, which is 1 year for you to transplant. But most people don't do the nursery. We have fewer people who do the nursery that you can actually get the nursery plant from. Once you get the nursery plant from the person, it takes 2.5 to 3 years for it to start fruiting. But if you are the person that is in charge of your nursery, you do your nursery by yourself, it takes approximately 4 years for it to start fruiting. But if you buy the seedlings from nursery vendors, it takes 2.5 to 3 years for it to start fruiting.
So
So
what do you
during the first
prefer?
few years,
What do you prefer? Getting your own seedlings or buying the already?
yeah, I have seedlings, I sell seedlings, I have okay. So, but if you're coming into agriculture as a newbie who want to do oil palm plantation,
Mm-hmm.
I would advise you go with the seedlings, right? Because there are much work on getting those seedlings to that healthy stage than transplanting it. Okay.
So your
So if
advice
you
is
get the
getting
seedling,
those seedlings,
yes, get the
and
seedling
then
that
it
is
will
up to
take
one
four
year old.
years.
No, if you get the seedlings, it's going to take 2.5 to 3 years for
12.
it to start fruiting.
Okay, okay, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So so during the first few years, farmers should focus on weed control, fertilizer application, you do your pruning, pest management, you maintain the healthy palms. Okay. Think of those years as a building a strong foundation for decades of income. So basically you're not going to get much unless you're doing intercropping. Alright, unless you want to intercrop within that portion of land, you want to intercrop other crops, yearly crops that you can harvest within a year and make sales out of it. But ordinarily, if you want to establish only the palm plantation, you don't want to intercrop any other crops on it. It is going to take you 2.5 to 3 years of waiting before you can see fruits from the palm. Alright, so if you can actually if you can bear this period, because this period is a period of expenses you spend, you're putting, you're not getting anything from the farm at that moment, you're just putting. But the good thing is that your 3 years effort is going to be giving you money for at least 25 years. It's just more of a generation wealth. Your children can inherit it after you. So that is it for oil palm.
Uh-huh. So what do you need? You need fertilizer. I saw one of your videos. I don't know how old was that plant. I don't know. I think it's a recent video that you posted when you were putting. I think it's
Oh,
fertilizer. Yeah. How old was his?
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
it's better.
Huh?
The
How old
palm,
was the
the
plant?
on 17th of this month we will make that palm 1 year and 2 months from the day we transplanted it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
once you give good treatment to your palm, you see it flourishing. So my target is to get that palm produce at most 2.5 years.
Okay. Wow.
So
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Welcoming the people who have just joined. We appreciate you. Thank you. Please help me borrow boxes so that you're able to bring Coach Trish. I've seen Farm African as well. Please bring those people up. We borrow box. Gracie, you're borrowing your box. Lava Girl, please. When you borrow your box, even if we don't borrow, be patient. We need to show our love to everybody. Remember also this is PPA, so we give priorities to more of the coaches to come up here. So feel welcome. Don't go away. There's comment section. Feel free to comment and also write down the question that you might have in order for you to ask. So Orphan Voices, please borrow boxes so that you may bring Farm African, Samora and Trish. I don't know if there's another coach around. We're gonna check. All right. Thank you so much, JP. Now, my next question for you. Beside producing oil, palm oil, what other income? I know you have mentioned, but we need now to get them, and I need also to note them down. What other income opportunities exist within the palm? What happened? Okay.
All right.
Palm farming.
Yeah,
Even if they
the
don't, okay, live near the farm. I know the other production is totally a different thing, right? Or am I correct?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There are many opportunities beyond selling the fresh fruit bunches, right? The one we call FFB. So there are many opportunities beyond that. You can process the crude oil palm. You can produce palm kernel oil. You can process it into palm kernel cake for livestock feed. Um, broomstick, the one we use for sweeping. Um, okay, this comes from the front of the palm. You can also turn those front of the palm into organic composite for empty fruit bunches. Okay, we have palm wine. These are product of palm tree. Okay, we have the seedling for people who sell seedlings. We have the nursery services, people who offer these nursery services to establishments who have nurseries. Okay, so we also have the transportation, people who go into logistics to transport those oil palm products or the palm products. We also operate a palm oil mill. You can also own a palm oil mill. Why not? Why you don't even have a farm? You can decide to have a oil palm mill where people bring their fresh fruit bunches to your mill and process it. You make money out of it. So the value chain is full of business opportunity. It's not just the red oil. You can get the palm kernel cake, you can get the palm kernel oil, you can get the broomstick, you can get the palm kernel cake for livestock. So there are many opportunities that comes in oil palm plantation. So it's not just the red oil we see. There are other things that is, even if you don't want to own a plantation, you can go into it and still make pretty money out of it.
Oh, that's nice. So you have also to connect. So meaning there's market.
Yes, there's market demand.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Keep on liking, keep on commenting, keep on sharing. I hope you're able to follow up. We have 130 people in the FYP. Feel free to join us so that if you have any questions, you're able to ask and they're going to be answered. So thank you so much for the ones who are already here, for being here as well. We thank you also for the guest speaker for his time also to come. He's very busy. I didn't tell you, but he has this. He was able to come. Now, the next question for you: how can young people and Africans in the diaspora participate in all palm farming? Because also when you start a business, when you're far away, sometimes you are not sure if you can manage. Most of the business when you are far away, sometimes they don't work. So even if they don't live near the farm, how can they oh, that's what I did. Okay. How can they invest? How can they participate in oil palm farming?
All right. Technology has made this easier for everybody. You can own a plantation while living anywhere in the world by hiring a competent farm manager and using digital tools to monitor activities. What are these digital tools? We have the regular report, the videos is digital. You can use your GPS mapping, you can use drone, and online communication make remote farming management possible. Because I can be here just like we are talking now. Most of us we are not together. I'm in Nigeria, you're in US, other people are in different kind of countries, but we are seeing each other, we are communicating to each other. This is where the technology comes in. You can actually be wherever you want to be and monitor the activities on your farm. Okay, what matters most is that you have a competent hand who can handle the activities on ground for you while you monitor it. You also need to have a supervisor outside those people who are working for you, okay, that can time to time go to the farm, see what is going in the farm. It mustn't be part of the management. It could be somebody who is close to you that can say, okay, please, once in a while, go to this place, check what is happening. Even with those video clips that your workers have been sending you, if you feel that maybe you're not satisfied with the clips, you can actually engage another person to go and see how things are going. So remote farming has been made easier through technology. So agriculture is no longer requires you to be physically present every day. You can do it anywhere. There are people who has farm, all right, who don't even know. I have a client who don't even know where her farm is. She's in the US too. She don't know where her farm is.
Wow.
All right, but the siblings know. But I am the one who oversees whatever be the activity that is happening on the farm. So you can see that remote farming has been made easier through technology. Where the trust issue comes in is when you are not transparent, when you are not showing evidence of what you are doing at the farm to the person that has invested in that agricultural activity. So that is it.
Thank you. So people still you can farm wherever you are. There's methods of following up in everything. Make sure you have the right people who are doing it for you. Make sure you have people you trust. Make sure apart from the crew you're working with, you have people on the ground that they can tell you what is happening. So it's possible for people farming. He has told us, for example, he has somebody already is taking care of, and they don't even know where their farm is, but they're able to monitor on the other side. So technology, my friend, technology is taking us to another level. Thank you so much for sharing that information. Guys, keep on liking, commenting, sharing. Thank you for people who are contributing in the chat as the habit. I appreciate you. Thank you. Is the echo coming? Sorry, guys. I was just wondering where the echo was coming from. Thank you so much. Now, my next question. What modern technologies or farming, I know you have talked about GPS and what have you, but what modern technology or farming practices are helping increase productivity? You know, when you talk about GPS, we mean you're monitoring how things are going. But at the same time, when we talk about farming, like farming practices, what technology, modern technology that is increases productivity and sustainable in this particular plant we are talking about, oil plant farming?
Okay. When we are looking at the technology or the farming practice that help increase productivity and sustainability in oil palm farming, like in oil palm, we have three variety of oil palm. We have the Persifera, we have the Dura, and we have the Terrena. So the crossbreeding of Persifera and Dura gives you Terrena. Terrena currently is the highest species of oil palm, right? Now, under that same Terrena, it has an improved Terrena that can produce beyond what the normal Terrena produces. So, improved hybrid seedlings is one of those farming practice that can help you. Okay, soil testing. You need to conduct soil analysis on the soil to actually know what your soil needs before putting those farm, because people tend to neglect it. Or you can imagine someone telling you that our land has been fertile from time immemorial. I don't need to add fertilizer. I don't need to conduct soil analysis to know exactly what is the content of that soil. But it's a very wrong practice. Okay, because when you test your soil, it gives you the exact thing, the exact content of that particular soil, the exact representation of that particular soil. It also makes you to cut cost. Okay, in the case of whereby you have conducted the soil analysis, you find out that this soil don't even need much fertilizer. This is the dosage it needs. But because you've not done this soil analysis, you want to, based on what other people have been doing, you are giving more dosage of fertilizer to the soil, thereby spending much on something that you would have spent less. Okay, sometimes you might carry out the analysis, you find out that this soil needs amendment, that the soil is not what it look like. So you need to amend the soil for you to have that good productivity. Remember, the goal is to remain sustainable in that oil palm plantation. So these are things you need to do. Then precision fertilizer application. How do you apply your fertilizer? You do broadcast method, you do the ringland method. So the problem with broadcast method is that sometimes if you do the broadcast method, if there is excessive rainfall, the rain will wash that particular fertilizer to every part of that land. Remember, you were giving a dosage of requirement to that palm. So if eventually the rain push it away from where you applied it, you find out that it's underdosing the oil palm, because every other aspect of the soil within the farm is taking that fertilizer. So, but when you do the ringland method, you open the soil very little, so that after then you can use a little sand to cover the fertilizer. Even if there is rainfall, it's not going to leave that spot. Rather, it will penetrate into the soil the more. So that is it for when we are talking about precision fertilizer application. Other one is drip irrigation for people who do nursery. Sometimes you will be in a drought season where there is no rainfall. You need that irrigation system to water that nursery plant. So if you don't give them enough water, it will affect their growth. Some of them might also start, unaliving. So irrigation, drip irrigation is also another technologies that improve productivities in agriculture or in farm plantation. So we talk about the drone for farm monitoring. You can use drone if you have a very high vistas of land. You can use drone instead of walking around the farm. You can fly the drone. All right, calibrate the drone. The drone will fly within 30 minutes. The drone will have done the job that you spend hours doing. So it will give you the accurate record of whatever that is happening. Give you image display of how this plantation look like. So that is for drone for monitoring. Then we talk about farm management software. There are some software that you can use. Even as you're in US now, you can download the software. If maybe you employed me as your farm manager, and I told you that we've cleared this portion of land today, you can actually tell me, all right, can you stand where you started this clearing, walk directly with that app, walk directly to where you stop. It will give you the exact kilometer. If the person tell you that I covered 50 kilometers, meanwhile the person did 30 kilometers, what you need is just give me the data of that movement you just did. You key it into that app. The app will tell you the exact kilometer that this work was done. So you see that technology has improved agriculture. You see that technology has improved agriculture. Then we also have sustainable nutrient management. These are some of the things we use to improve productivity. So technology reduces waste, it improves yield, and also make farming more efficient. So adding technology into agriculture or your method of agricultural practice can determine if you are going to make profit, can determine if you are going to be sustainable or if you are going to stay in that particular agricultural activity, oil palm production for a very long time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for highlighting. Wow, there's a lot going on, and wow, we have new methods, we have technology that is making work more easier, and you're able to cover a very big farm because of just technology. Thank you so much. Now, my next question to you. How can palm oil farming contribute to food security, job creation, and economic development across Africa?
You know, oil palm creates employment throughout its value chain, from the nursery operation to planting management to harvesting to transportation to processing to packaging and then marketing. You need people to do this. You cannot do it alone. So if eventually people are coming to help you to do this, you are actually paying them. You've offered opportunity, job opportunity from there. You've actually secured food because you can imagine a farm that has 15 workers. Their level of productivity will be higher than a farm that has just 2 farm workers. So if the production is higher, you're securing food. All right. If the production is also higher, you're creating opportunity, you're creating job for people to come and work. Remember, it has a process. If you're into the nursery plant, you need people that will help you do the nursery farming. If you're into the planting management, you also need people that will help you because you cannot plant 1 hectare only you. It's not possible. 1 hectare will give you 150 palm. Only you cannot plant it in a day. So you need people. As people are coming in to do those work with you, you're creating opportunity, you're creating job opportunity for them. Harvesting. You cannot plant and start harvesting alone. You need people who will do the harvesting for you. It's a job opportunity also. Transportation. People move those palm fruits from where it's being harvested to the mill where it's being processed. Processing. People are also coming to process those palm fruits into bread oil, into palm kernel cake, into palm kernel. So you see that it's creating opportunity. Packaging also. Someone who do harvesting cannot do packaging. So you need another person that will do the packaging for you. The marketers. Who are the people to market those products for you? Are you going to do all this work alone? It's not possible. So you see that it reduces dependence on important vegetable oil. Okay, it supports local industry and creates rural jobs. Okay, and it also contributes significantly to national economics. A strong oil palm industry benefits farmers, it benefits businessmen, it benefits the entire community. Because as a person who has a palm plantation, you cannot do all this job alone. You need other individuals to do the job with you. So bringing them in, you're creating job opportunity. Bringing them in, you're creating food security because they hire the workers, the higher the productivity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for explaining in details how job opportunities are able to be provided from the beginning, from planting to harvest to processing. So job opportunities, job creation is there. Welcome everybody, Coach Amy. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. The ones who have just joined, we welcome you. We have JP over here. He's sharing about oil palm farming, which we started almost a few minutes ago, not a few minutes, but almost an hour ago. And if you have written down your question, please be ready to ask your question. If you have also any question about farming, you're also welcome. Now, I have last question for you before people start asking their questions. What advice would you give to somebody who wants to build generational wealth through agriculture, especially when we talk about oil palm farming? Because how long have you been doing this? Is it also from family? Is it something generation from your family, or is it something you got started in the process? Take us through that story when you're also advising people who want to do generational wealth or do an investment, maybe for future, for retirement, maybe.
All right. Um, well, my advice is simple. Don't chase quick money. Build long time assets. You're coming into oil farm. Don't chase quick money. Build long time assets, because oil palm reward patience, consistency, and proper management. Invest in knowledge first before investing in the land. Just like I said last week, if you're coming into any
Thank
kind of business or into any kind of agricultural activities, you need to invest in knowledge before investing in the land. You need to know how this thing work. You need to, have, take some books, read about how this thing work, so that you have the knowledge. Even when you don't have the experience, you can still have the knowledge without experience, right? But it also gives you the foresight of what you're coming into, so that you don't just jump into it. So you should invest in knowledge before investing in the land. Okay.
Invest
Right?
in knowledge.
You start, yes, before investing in land. You start with what you can manage, you reinvest your profits, and think beyond today's harvest. If you manage your plantation well, it can become a legacy that provides income for your children and future generations. So you see that palm plantation is something that actually requires patience if you are coming into it, because it takes long for it to start fruiting. Okay, even as much as once it start fruiting, it's going to fruit for a very long time, but it requires patience. So you asked about if it was a family business or how I come to go into palm plantations. Yeah, growing up, we had a palm plantation, but then it didn't survive because I don't know what happened. Someone set fire on the plantation and everything died off. So it didn't survive. The one we have currently is just a normal palm plantation that's but not as big as it is as a family stuff. But now me coming into farm business was engineered by a friend. We were discussing. He said, "Have I think about palm plantation?" I said no. He said, "Okay, why not give it a try? It's going to take time, but once it starts giving you money, This money is a continuous process. You don't need to replant it again. You don't need to plant every year again. What you need is just the maintenance and the harvesting expenses. So I said, okay, let me key in. We started it, right? So if at the end I now see that yes, if in as much as we are getting bigger money from the livestock, the palm plantation somehow is more sustainable, because once your palm start producing, I don't think there is anything that will make it not to fruit again, unless you mismanage it, unless you don't do proper management, unless you don't do your weeding, unless you don't apply fertilizers at when you're supposed to do it. But this palm will continue to give you money with less stress once it start producing. So you can see that it's something that you're not actually building for yourself, you're building for your generation. You're building for your generation. And as you're getting money from this farm produce, you shouldn't take off all this profit that is coming from it. You should learn to inculcate that mindset of reinvesting. Maybe I made 100,000 from it this year or this month. I can say, okay, out of the 100,000, let me reinvest 70 and take 20,000. I mean, take 30,000. This is continuous investment. Maybe I started with 1 hectare. With this kind of mindset, at the end of 4 to 5 years, I'm having like 4 or 5 hectares. You see that productivity is increasing. So that is it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking us through that. We really appreciate proper management. You can never go wrong when there is proper management. But if there's no proper management, then there's a problem. The first time I met you at Emmy's live stream, I listened to you, not once, twice, severally, and I said, I really want to do this. But my mind, it was like, back at home, do I have a piece of land I can do it? But later I realized, oh my goodness, about the weather and what have you. So that's why I'm asking, if people are investing, is it possible for someone to invest when they're in a different country? Like they're not Nigerians?
And I think what matters most in business or investment is the trust and transparency. All right. There are people who have done businesses with people who they have not even met in person, and the business is doing well.
Yeah, me too.
So once you understand, yeah. So I believe in. So I believe in transparency. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter who you're doing it with. But then again, if you're doing, there are some kind of business that you do, especially business that has to do with land. It should be legally. You should have a legal backup. Because remember, this land you're doing these agricultural activities can also, someone can wake up tomorrow and say, I'm the owner of this piece of land, and they start dragging the land with you. If there is no legal backup to it, automatically you're losing it. Right? So if you're coming into agriculture, especially the crop production, there should be legal backup to it. That's just my own.
Thank you. Yeah, talking about investing with people you have never met, I have. In fact, most of things I do, I invest with people we have never met in life. Some of them we get opportunities to meet. Some we have not met even as we talk right now. But it all depends with trust. It all depends of trust. But there's something also important that you're able to share about knowledge. Don't run to something before you get knowledge about something, because I was like, I I need to buy a piece of land. How much will it cost? And in which particular area? So sometimes if you get people who have right information for you, then you're able to make maybe a right decision. That is a story that we should share in another platform. But thank you so much for sharing. Guys, do you have question for JP? Anybody who has question for JP? You don't just you verify fast. I like that. Thank you so much. Yes, you're talking about trust. Yes, you should verify fast because you'll see actions, right? You will see actions, and yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate each one of you. Thank you so much. Anybody has a question? Oh, there's a question over there. Do they have plant inspectors? Do you have plant inspectors?
Depending on the plants you're talking about.
So when you talk about
we cannot offer what we don't have.
Huh?
Okay, if it is palm oil, we have it.
Can you help us go through also that? What do they really check? What happens when there's inspections?
It's just like someone who is doing a consultation services to you. He come to your farm to observe. These people are not they are not full-time workers, right? Most times they are based on contract. Okay. Based on the agreement, the person can actually visit your farm 2 times in a month to see what is happening there. Once you come, you observe the plant and see how they are doing. Okay, so you can have a plant inspector, someone who comes to inspect your farm to see how it is going, how things are being done. If actually your workers are doing what they are supposed to do, it checkmates the activities on the farm. If there's something that you find that is wrong, you can actually make reference. So do this way, this is how you should do it. Most times, if you discover there is a disease attack, you can take the plant, a little species of the plant to lab and conduct a lab analysis to know the actual thing that is affecting the palm. If it is not something he's conversant with, but if it is something that he has experienced before, he can actually say, okay, this is what to do, this is what to apply. Like last week, I went to one of our plantations. I found out that some of the phones are bending. Like when the phone it will bend instead of to remain erect, it will bend. So I discovered that it's a boron deficiency. They are lacking boron. So somebody was asking me what does palm has to do with boron. We forgot that these are some of the elements that sustain those palm plantation. So if there is boron deficiency in the palm, you begin to see such kind of occurrence. And if you don't treat them immediately, it could transfer to the other palms. So you need to take action. So that is why you need that farm inspector. But we don't call them farm inspector, we call them farm consultants or farm consultants. So
okay.
We don't use inspector.
Thank you so much for that. I hope the question has been answered. If it has not been answered, let us know if you need more information. So they are farm consultants. All right. Thank you so much. Now, if someone wanted to partner with you, what investment opportunities or partnership models do you offer?
Well, currently in oil palm, we don't do partnership in oil palm currently, but we are planning on going into it next year. We are working towards it to have an estate, a palm plantation estate, where we can actually have many hectares of land, okay, that we can, put in partition. People who want to invest into oil palm, you can actually say, okay, I want to invest. We tell you this is how much you're going to pay for us to do the planting, both the land acquisition, but we'll do the transfer of ownership to you. You automatically the owner of whichever hectares you want to own, both the plantation and this. Then this is how much you're going to give us at the end of when your farm start bringing up
Producing.
yield. Then we can actually hands off. But if eventually you want us to continue handling the farm for you, we can revisit the agreement, okay, and have another agreement on that. But the goal is to have an estate that people come to invest mainly on palm plantation. Okay, mainly on palm plantation. Once you start putting, you can take ownership of your farm, unless in a case whereby you said, okay, I want you people to continue with the management, then we'll revisit the agreement and continue. But in livestock farming, we have people who actually invested, depending on how much they want to do. But due to the space we have, we don't take much people. Alright, we don't take much people because of the space we have. So, but then our investment plan on livestock most times is we do it 60-40. After the profit, the person who bring the money takes 40%, while we take 60% because we pay the workers and the rest of them.
So, is there
that is
any?
it.
That means you have experience. Is there any other areas you have partnered with? Not maybe in palm oil, but in other farming that you
Yes,
have
in
been
livestock.
able to
In livestock.
livestock.
In livestock.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Anybody has a question? Any question? Any question? Because Coach Trish, I know you have something to say. We'll give you that opportunity. Anybody has any question? Any question related to farming? Today we were doing palm oil farming. We are going to do more of other farming, even livestock and so on and so forth. But today we are doing palm oil. But you can still feel free to ask any question in any area of farming. As we wait for someone to have a question, I think maybe it was understandable or maybe it was difficult. I don't know which is which. Or I don't know which is. When you hear people are silent, maybe it was understandable totally. Sometimes, Mama Obejo, I see you. No, Mama Obejo, you are here and you know now. You have not heard anything, so I don't know how we are going to ask questions and the way you are good in asking. Or maybe somebody has not heard anything, but don't worry if you have not heard anything. I always save these videos for people so that the ones who are not able to capture, they are able to go slowly by slowly and learn. So Coach Trish, before somebody asks a question, you can introduce yourself and tell us what you're planning to do in this month of July. Coach Trish, are you there?
Okay, so Fasidepo Achiazu.
You're welcome, Mama Obejo. We can hear you. You're already
Even
halfway.
Mommy.
Sorry, we'll mute it now. Coach, I have a question for JP.
Okay, go on. Thank you.
JP, how are you? Good morning. Again.
Okay, good morning.
So my question is, me, from the first time we met, I've always had interest in palm farming. So for somebody who is in diaspora, I've heard so many good things. I want you to just brief me on some of the downsides of that business, because I know every business has the advantage, and so I just want to know, because I know you're always very honest when you give your answers, right? And that's one thing that attracted me to you. So I just want you to tell me, for someone who lives in diaspora and wants to go into that palm farming, what are the downsides that I would expect?
Okay, thank you, Amy. Downside. Yes, every business has an advantage and disadvantage. If you make mistake of securing a bus leading, one of the downfall of people who come into oil palm plantation. It's not every vendor you buy seedlings from. The seedling might look healthy, but might not be healthy too. Now, we are talking about when this palm has actually matured, or you want to know the downside from the planting stage to the fruiting stage. Let me understand your question.
I just want to know generally, because if I live in Nigeria, I know that because that's where I plan to do it. I know that there are things I would naturally expect, right? I'll be there to monitor and all that. Aside from management or operations, what's downside? I heard somebody says bad weather is one of it. So I just want you to tell me some of the things that people experience, because when I hear people talk about palm farming, all these investors that they'll tell people calling us to come and invest, they say, oh, good things. I never heard, oh, these are some of the things you expect. And I know that no business is like that. There must be something, But if there's none, that's fine. That's a plus. If there is, it's also a plus that I prepare ahead. You get.
Definitely there will be a downside in oil palm. See, the truth of the matter is that if you're doing oil palm plantation, just like is it healthy that said it, climate, weather condition, it's not every season you plant palm, right? Once we enter August, I don't even advise any person to plant palm in August, because this is a young palm that is on a sack bag, on a nursery bag that you want to transplant. They need water, enough water for them to develop root zone, for them to adapt to that particular soil you're bringing them to. So weather condition is one of the downsides that most people neglect, because you might plant it, all right, and it will survive. Because one thing about palm is that palm is hardy to die, even with a shock. It can even look very bad, like you looking at your palm, you feel that it will not survive. Maybe the next 3 months you see it flourishing. Sometimes you see it flourishing, but you don't know that there's something bad in it. Maybe you planted it at the wrong time. Once that palm starts fruiting, it will affect their productivity. There is another thing most people fail to understand. They don't do it. We call it ablation. Many people who do oil palm plantation don't practice it. You know that joy that comes with first fruits. I've waited for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Now I see fruit on my palm. Everybody is happy. You don't need to leave that. Even from the flower itself, you're supposed to bring it down. You don't need to leave that palm to ripe. The first fruit that comes from that palm plantation, you do what we call ablation. Because then this palm is still young, and the roots may not even sustain the bunches that comes with this palm. You might be happy. You understand? You might be happy that you're seeing palm fruit on your palm, but you're supposed to remove it. remove it entirely. Don't allow it to ride. Once you remove it, it allows this palm now to have sustainability, to have a strong root zone, so that if there is wind blow, or it will not fall. But people don't remove it. People harvest it and leave it to when it's mature, they harvest it. But it's a very wrong practice. Now, that if you don't do this aggregation, remember I told you that your palm is supposed to give you income for at least 25 years. If you don't do this aggregation, it will cut the lifespan of that palm. It might not get up to that 25 years, it stopped producing. But people don't do it. So another thing is theft. Most of the losses we encounter in oil palm is theft from your workers. Alright, because you have 1 hectare, you actually know how many liters of oil you're supposed to get. Worst come to worst, you know how many liters you're supposed to get. That is where the knowledge comes in. That is where I said you must invest in knowledge first before investing in the land. Know how many liters of oil you're supposed to get from your 1 hectare of land. It gives you the insight of when people are taking from you. Even though we understand that this palm produces more based on season. This is the peak of red oil, that palm has more bunches on it. Once you get to October, November period, it starts to drop because there's no more water on the soil. So it begins to drop. That is where we begin to have rise in oil palm prices. Now, another thing is, if eventually in a year like this year, if we have many people who did storage in oil palm, I'm talking about oil palm specifically now, people who do storage for red oil this year, if we have more people who do storage, by next year the price of red oil will crash because many people will have to sell. Many people will have to sell. So definitely the price of red oil will not be what it used to be this year. There will be a crash in it. That is why sometimes you go to market, red oil is sold for 24,000 naira. But if there is less storage, because how many person is coming into this oil palm plantation? Remember, it is going to take you at least 2.5 to 3 years for you to start harvesting. And that 2.5 to 3 years, you are not getting anything tangible from there. It's only when it gets to 5 years, that is when your peak of harvest begin to occur. So how many people has this red oil to sell? But people who store, who do storage, may have more to bring to the market. So the price will begin to crash. Maybe I told you then that at the end of every year you're supposed to get 2 million. And when you get to the market, you're seeing 1 million. You say that JP Fund lied to you. I never lied to you. But it's what the market gave. You understand? It's what the market gave. So that is why we begin to tell people, don't always depend on one customer alone. Don't always depend on local market alone. You can do importation. There are people who need this red oil. You can actually say to companies, who use red oil to produce things, you shouldn't be dependent on the local buyers or people who take it to the north to sell, because the northerners don't produce red oil in Nigeria. They say their soil doesn't support it. But I don't agree to that. They can actually do something to start producing red oil. But the mentality in Nigeria is that there are some certain crops they are left for different region. They will tell you that this one will not produce. Yeah, it's a lie, it can produce. It's just for you to do what you're supposed to do. So theft, market crashes is another thing. Okay, so but the thing is that no matter how the market crash, you will still make money from that oil palm. But you might not get up to what you're supposed to get. you might not get up to what you're supposed to get. That is why it's good to monitor the market. Once you are monitoring the market, you should be able to know when things are going to be better. So another thing is poor management. Like, the way people handle their farm determine what they will get from it. Okay, because some people will say, okay, I don't want to use what is it called? I don't want to use mechanical method of weed control. I want to use chemical. Chemical is cheaper. Now you spray this chemical. After 2 days that you spray this chemical, there's rainfall.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, a little bit. Emmy, I know you want to go. Your function starts right now.
Yes, coach. Sorry, I have to drop.
Okay, thank you.
There's
I just
no way I
wanted
would
to
see
find.
JP and not stopped by, right?
Yeah, but
So
he's giving good points at the same time.
I know, right?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. At least you got the point. At least you have also helped us learn something that is very important as well. So thank you, Coach. Emmy, I'll no longer keep you because you have to do what you need to do. Coach Emmy, today she has a function. So if you're able to visit her immediately after this live stream,
Thank you, coach.
it's really very important. You can just tell us briefly about your function today, your event, please, before you leave.
Okay, so today I would be hosting Dr. Chude in my live stream, and we're just tying together health, wealth, and all those good stuff. And he'll be the one running the whole thing. It's just that I'm hosting him. So I'm inviting you guys. Dr. Chude is a fertility expert, and this cuts across everyone, women, men, So I'm inviting everybody. If you can, please stop by. Thank you very much, Coach. I appreciate you. And JP, keep doing what you're doing. We'll talk. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Coach Emmy. Sorry, JP, I had to interrupt you. I didn't want her to leave and not tell us what she wants to do that. So I saw maybe your thought has disappeared, but I'm sorry. But if you have it still at hand, you can continue.
Yeah, no problem. I was talking about method of weeding, making comparison between the mechanical weeding and the chemical weeding. So people want to cut costs, all right? They want to use the chemical, but they forget that you might use this chemical. After 2 days you use this chemical, there is rainfall, all right? And if there is rainfall, definitely the rain will wash those chemicals, and some of those chemicals will move to the root zone of that farm. It becomes a problem, especially the young farm. So most times I tell people, don't spray chemical for herbicide on your young farm, especially during rainy season. You can decide to do it during dry season, no problem. But if it is rainy season, I don't advise you to do it, because sometimes this rainfall might carry it to the root zone of that farm. And remember, this is herbicide that kill grasses, so it can also be harmful to your farm. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your explanation is amazing, and I hope everybody who is hearing this, they are gaining and they're able to gain something. So thank you so much, JP, for explaining. Because sometimes there is fear when once somebody wants really to invest, sometimes fear comes about. And when you explain things and they look at it in that perspective, that this is a business,
Thank
and
you, Mama
you
Gloria.
have to
Thank you so
and you
much.
have to take it as a business. Thank you so much for the blessings in the house. I really appreciate everybody who has blessed us, and God bless you too. So it's good to have knowledge. It's good also to give us experiences and also touch on several things so that we can gain our confidence. Guys, if you have any question for JP, please you can ask. Coach Trish, are you ready to share with us what you're planning for July? I don't know if you are
Yes,
ready.
please.
All right.
I am ready.
You can go on as we wait for a question.
Okay. Rose, please a moment. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Trish, and my brand is Samura and Trish. I need your attention briefly. I'm into content creation coaching and AI content creation coaching as well. Anything AI counts me in. It's been movie, it's been AI twin, it's been making your music video, composing your own music, everything AI. It's just about your imagination coming to reality. So I'm the lady who shows you how to use AI, and then the rest is up to you, your imagination, Yeah, so I'm here to specially announce my content creation workshop, Capelate Content Creation Workshop, that is happening on the 11th July and 18th July 2026 at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central European Time. It's going to be 2 Saturdays teachings where we are going to have a 2-part hands-on master class. Yes, it's a master class on. Oh, the way they put me up, I should be turning on my camera to be hidden. But I don't have my lawyer, so let me. Oh, Jesus.
You're already
Oh my God, don't mind me. Yeah, so unless I come with my AI face. Where's my AI face? Yeah, let's stop. My face. My AI twinning. Would you be nice to me? Okay. Okay, so let me change my background. Okay. Okay, so this is me. I'm a real person. And so it's going to be a 2-part hands-on masterclass by Capelate Me, where I will help you find your niche, help you create viral AI content, and launch your first digital product in 6 hours. So it's going to be a live online interactive session. All you need is your phone and your laptop so that you'll be doing the work as I show you. And the brain behind it is that all of us here, we have a skill. We have a unique experience, right? And we have a valuable knowledge that is sitting in your head, and you can monetize that to make an additional income. Because there are people online that are making money, a lot of money as full-time job, right? From selling ebooks, selling guides, selling templates, selling digital products about the things that I teach, right? And I'm going to expose us to these things. So what you walk away with when you come for my 2 Saturdays masterclass is that, one, you have clarity with regards to your niche. You would be able to create an ebook, know how to create an ebook faster without wasting a lot of time. Stop, and you're still doing it. 3, you would you master how to use Claude AI. Yes, I'm going to teach you. People know a lot about ChatGPT, but they don't know about the other app. And in fact, if you come for that class, after that class, you say, Trish, the $60 we paid for the master class is too cheap. I'm giving you $500 more. It's true. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you are going to learn how to master the Claude AI and then how you can use it to write your stories, okay? Then I will teach you how to use AI to create movies. I have a movie, Root and Rain. If you haven't checked it out, check it out on YouTube and TikTok, across social media platforms. Now, I'm going to show people who want to also venture into AI storytelling thing. I'm going to show you my exact workflow, what I do from beginning to the end. Yes, from idea to prompting to everything. Let me not give you the juice. When you come for the class, you understand. And then I'm also going to show you how you can set up your digital store, because there's one thing to have your knowledge, there's one thing to have systems in place. You need to brand yourself. So I'm going to show you how you can set up your own digital store using the store I use. The store I use, I have never paid a dime for using that particular store. Let me show you my real face so that someone will say, Coach, are you sure it's not an AI talking? Forget about my hair. This is me. I'm a real person and I know what I'm talking about. Now, so I'm going to show you how to set up your store using the store I use. I don't pay any monthly subscription for the store I use, and I've been using that store for some period of time now, and I have made a lot of sales. People, I don't like bragging. No, I can't come and be showing you my this thing. And so I don't want to be selfish. I want you who is listening to me to also brand yourself in a way that you can enjoy this. You can enjoy this thing that I'm talking about. People are enjoying it, especially on this TT. People are enjoying it, so you too can enjoy. And it depends on you. You have that knowledge in your head. You have that skill. You just need to package it. And so during the class, we'll do the packaging and show you how you can set up your store. And then you can also start taking bookings from there. So basically, let me go. The class is 2 days master class, which is 11 July and 18 July. The first one, you do niche clarity, how to write an ebook, where to source for materials and all that, to write very fast and smartly. Then you master Claude and you master AI twin, AI storytelling, that's the drama, AI music, video, everything. You will learn it there. Then the next Saturday, part 2, you will learn how to set up your store, to take your one-on-one booking. If someone says, oh, I like what you are doing, I want to book for your service, and you don't have any booking there, people will say you are not serious. But if the person sends you a DM and say, oh, how can I learn this? You say, I will say, like someone will say, Trish, I want to join your class. How do I get into it? I'll say, click the link in my bio. When you click the link in my bio, you will see everything, right? Or search samuraandtrish.com. When you search samuraandtrish.com, our website will appear, and then click on the July training and it will take you straight to the payment area. That is the kind of setup I want you to also have. That is why I'm organizing it. So the next that is what we'll be doing. You set up your store, and then we'll talk about your launch framework. Now you have your digital product, you have your consultation one-on-one.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Farms.
Thank you, Farms. She wants to leave. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Mama Farms. your one-on-one booking or group workshop, you can just, understand how these frameworks look like, so that you'll be selling your idea but don't look salesy at the same time. So if you want to start a side hustle but you don't know what to sell, this workshop is for you. If you are a professional, a content creator, or an expert who wants to monetize your skill, maybe a hairdresser, you are a seamstress, you are a cook, whatever you are into, whatever skill you have, if you want to learn how to monetize that skill, this particular workshop is for you. If you are someone who wants to learn how to use AI for ideas, how to use AI for storytelling, how to use AI for music video, how to use AI for drama series, this particular workshop is for you. If you are looking for a quick way to get rich without putting in the work during our training, then please, this particular workshop is not for you. It's not for people who just come and sit and think that the moment they leave the workshop, they are going to get rich immediately. No, please don't waste your money. It's for people who would invest but are also ready to do the hard work to make the money they are expecting. So if you fall under all the categories I have mentioned and you are interested, please, you can send me a DM or click on the link in my bio or search samuraandtrish.com and look for the July training. The cost for this training is just $60, and $60 cannot be compared to the income you are going to make when you put everything I have learned. See, what you are paying for is a course. Once my course is ready, people will pay about $400 to have access to it. But you all are going to enjoy it for just $60, because I believe that we all need to grow together, so that when you visit my live stream or coach's live stream, you won't be throwing one flower. No, we don't want rose again. We don't want rose. We want TikTok universe. We want Tiger. We want Interstellar. So please come and learn and know how to monetize your skill and make the desired income you have always been dreaming of. Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Guys, you have heard her. I wanted her to speak with her mouth, because you see how she can speak. Oh. Did you see how she spoke? Hey, my friend. Pay attention. I always tell you, pay attention. So thank you, Samura and Trish. You have heard her. If you have not given her a follow, you follow her and you find out what is going on. Personally, I have benefited from her. So you can also benefit, and there's more she has to offer. Same applies to JP. As we move on, you'll see how much it can offer. Sorry, JP, for interrupting the program, because now we have a lot of things today going on. So thank you so much. We were waiting for someone who has a question.
Coach, I've got a question.
Wow. All right, Mama Bejo, you can go on.
Hello, JP. Hello, house. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Good evening. Yeah,
Wait a minute, JP, I hope you are writing down the question. She might ask several questions at the same time. I'm just alerting you. Thank you. You can go on, Mama Bejo.
Yes, let her go ahead.
Okay, my question first. When you were explaining of first fruiting of the palm, you said something about aberration. That level of aberration, when you will not allow the palm fruit to mature and you take it down, what do you do to those palm fruits that did not mature and you brought them down? What are you going to do with them?
You turn it into manure. You can leave it at the root zone of that palm.
How long do you
become a manure once it decays?
Okay, how big will it be before you do that aberration? Is it gonna be small or almost getting matured just waiting for it to ripe before you do that?
Like I said, it's even better you do it when the flower comes up. But some people tend to leave it because they want to be sure if the flower will actually produce bunches.
Yeah.
So once you see the bunches, you can remove it immediately.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Your question was answered.
Yes, it was. As we go on, I will have some more questions.
You came late, Mama Bejo. We finished everything. It's question time. That's why I said, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah, maybe from some other person's question, I can get something out to ask.
Mama Bejo, have you planted palm trees, palm plant?
I've never thought of it. I'm just trying to learn. Although I came late, but I'm picking something.
You don't have to worry. I'll share the whole thing, and then if you have question in future, you'll ask, because it will be on audio, so it will be easier for you to listen,
Listen
right?
to.
Yeah, you'll be able to listen for the whole live stream. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate each one of you. Thank you so much, JP. Unless you have last words to share with us, I know you have so much to share with us. You'll still have that opportunity. So, but right now, my time is saying, oh, you have a few minutes. So I appreciate if we have one more question, and then we call it a day. So anybody ask any question? Anybody? All right, it seems nobody else.
Coach,
Yes.
I think you need to review your community gift.
Yes, I will. I've just noticed somebody commented on the chat, and I said, whoa, I need to review that one. Yes, when I was changing the platform, I did not change that particular area. I'll do that. Thank you for the reminder. I might have, I could even forget. I might have forgotten. But I saw somebody in the comments. Thank you for bringing that up, JP. Thank you.
Coach, which one is community gift? Sorry.
Sorry. When this account was personally mine before I gave it to coaches. So, when we are in this community, it was called the gift, but now it's different. It has to be coaches. So I will change it. I'll change it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. In my platform, it's gift. The community name is gift, but in this platform, coaches is the one which is supposed to be community name. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Anybody else? I think it's Gloria who wrote it. I was wondering. Shiva, you need to mute your mic unless you have a question. Anybody else has a question for JP? JP, we really appreciate you. You have really explained into details. You were able to answer the question very nicely. Julius, you're welcome. Thank you so much for the love. We appreciate you. We are ending the live stream. If you missed it, don't worry. I'll take care of it. If you need it, just let me know. I'll be able to share with you. I always share in YT. So if you need it, you let me know, and I'll be able to share the link with you. So JP, if you have the last words you need to share with us, you can share, and then we call it a day. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for having me again. Thank you to everyone who have showed me love, and thank you, Mama Gloria Gigi. She's from my community.
Oh,
thank you
wow.
for coming around.
She's welcome. Thank you.
All right. My final words are: agriculture is not the business of the poor. it is a business that creates wealth when done professional. All right. Oil palm is more than a crop; it is a legacy. If you plant today, if you nurture it with knowledge and consistency, tomorrow you will harvest not just fruits but financial freedom. So if you're coming into agriculture, either for crop production, either for livestock farming, you should also remember that the soil does not care about your emotion. Even when you're losing money for your agricultural activity, the soil does not care about it. So you need to do it well. And you also need to have patience. You need to also be consistent. You don't do it today and leave it tomorrow. You don't gamble with your investment. Agriculture is just like every other business, but it offers more opportunity than every other business because every other business are dependent on agriculture. So we should treat agriculture not as the way our forefathers treat agriculture. We should treat agriculture as something that can actually give people job employment, can actually secure food for us, something that can actually, become something that we are proud of doing, because in agriculture there is money. But where the problem comes is when you do it the wrong way. So coming into agriculture, you should have that mindset of fertile mind will give you a fruitful harvest. That is our slogan. Once you have a fertile mind, once your mind is fertile, you're definitely going to have a fruitful harvest or fruitful land. Thank you.
Thank
I think
you, sir.
Mama Gloria, Gigi want to say something.
Yes, Mama Gloria, you're welcome. You can say something.
Hello, everybody. It's morning on my side here, and this is a very great platform. I'm so glad I'm here because it's like I'm a business-minded person, so I always wish to work with business-minded people. Like, the world is not the same. So if you are listening to us, take all these opportunities from us. You are there, you are like, I want to do something, I want to do something. I know sometimes you are nervous, the money is not there, it's not enough, you're thinking about it, but you know something, you have to take the step. The first thing is for you to take that bold step and tell yourself you have to change. The question is, if you are where you are and you keep saying, I don't have money, you will still be where you are. But if you don't have money, you will still be where you are. But if you do, but what if it works? Then you become a very great person. Like Mama Samora was saying, yeah? You have to take the step to do summarize this thing. I remember when AI came, we were not so serious. Shh, guys, please. We were not so serious about it, right? But now look at where AI is. Those who jump into it as early as possible, they are able to make money, they are making videos, they are cashing out, and you are staying where you are. Like JP Form is so real for you to come across somebody who is doing farming, right? On the streets of even TikTok here. But our youth in Africa, they keep saying there is no money, there is no money. You have to hop into something to do. Even if it is corn farm you want to do, even if it is poultry you want to do, try to start doing something. The first step is for you to take the initiative, to hop in, to say, no, I don't want where I am. I have to move forward. Like Mama Samora is saying, I'm praying that her own becomes so big like mine now. Because my digital product, you can see it on my on my bio. I do a lot of digital products. It's 21 streams of income. And look at the amount we are selling it. That's how much we are selling it. So if she is giving you her AI class and all those things for $50 now, it's good for you to jump into that one. But if you want to come for my own has 21 streams of income and is huge. That is the place that she is going to be one day. So hop into the smaller one now before she become big. You know, JP Form 2 is here. He's talking about his own. You don't take it serious. One day he also put things in his bio, and you have to join with $10,000 and all those things, right? So take the initiative now. That's what I wanted to come up to tell everybody that is listening to us in the FYP, wherever you are. You want to go into a business, hop into it now. Otherwise, you'll be at the same place, and it will even be expensive when you make your mind you want to join. Yeah. And then there is one thing that I wanted to just give you. I'm somebody that I know a lot about TikTok. I do TikTok coaching. I'm into TikTok. I work with TikTok too as well. So you have your community gift. You've not released it. So can you release your community gift so that we can
That's
give
what
you
you're
some?
talking about.
Yeah. So when you click the love, where they send you the gift, look at where your heart me is, where your community heart me is on the PPA. Look at the top, click on it. You see customized gifts. And then it's going to take you there. It will let you reveal your community gift. So that when we come, we can give you some.
Thank you so much. We got it in a different perspective, but thank you for explaining what you meant by that. We love you, we appreciate you, and thank you so much for coming over for JP. We appreciate you, and as time goes, we'll see if we can give you also opportunity to do something over here. Thank you so much, Gloria. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate each one of you, and thank you for being here in this particular live stream. It's time to go now. All right. I want to do what? I'm trying to. Wow. Sorry, guys. Sometimes when you're learning something, you find yourself okay. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate each one of you. And from the first person, I'm Coach Mwendwa, the first account over there. Thank you so much, LD Abits, our coach. We thank you. Gloria, we also appreciate you for visiting this platform. Samora and Trish, our coach, we love you, appreciate you as well. Mama Obejo, Mama Obejo, Mama Obejo. I'm looking forward to talk to you on phone. Somebody told me you're qualified to be here, so I want to find out by your mouth, all right? So thank you so much for being here. Miriam, I appreciate your support. Lover Girl, thank you for the support. Gracie, you're always Rubin here. Jesse, thank you so much. Faith, love, amazing people over here, orphan voices. Thank you, Mommy Flo. I really appreciate you as well. Bran, Zita Mamas, thank you so much. You're going to have Zita's Mama in my platform coming next Wednesday. So make sure you come. We are trying to do the preparation, the flyer, and what have you. Shiva, I see you. Shiva, I had some people from very different community. I'll explain that in the next live stream when I go live with Mondo Adasa. Dave, thank you so much. Guys, it's time to say goodbye. I appreciate you, the people who jumped in and walked away. They said they have to go. Emmy from Africa, I really love you guys, and thank you so much for your support. The people in the FYP, thank you so much. So it's time to say goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. No, tomorrow I'm not. PPA is not coming live, and if it comes live, just know I'll be not the host. Somebody else will be the host, and probably know that this time, because PPA coaches have different timelines, so they might come live at their convenient time. But personally, I'll not be able to come. I'll see you on Sunday as we recap this live stream on Sunday. Bye bye, everybody. I love you. Take